Hello Sangha, welcome to day 3 of the practice for January 2025. You might find that there's some noise from the sea and there's some noise from people and noise from dogs. There's 1.4 billion people in India, so one of the tricky things has been finding places to record these and that was quiet enough to feel like that I had the time and space to do them well. One of the thing I wanted to speak about today was mantra, and mantra is a word that everybody knows or hears, but not necessarily that everybody uses to its full potential, right? Like, so man means your mind and tra means to protect. And one of the simplest mantras or words in Sanskrit that we can use is Namaha. And Namaha means not me, not mine. So it almost means we can let go. You know, we can, all these things that we have attached to us and our worries and our anxieties, we can sometimes say Namaha. You know, sometimes if somebody's upset you or you get a difficult time in traffic, rather than getting uptight and holding all that, you know, you might feel it initially, but you can say, actually, Namaha, I'm going to let that pass. That's not me or not mine to absorb into me. So you find that Namaha is used all the time, you know, like Om Namaha Shivaya or Om Namo or Om Namaha Namo or Namo Namaha or Om Paramatmane Namaha. We use Namaha in almost every mantra, you know, like there's, or chant, there's Namaha is in there constantly. So, yeah, so if there's something upsetting you today, Namaha. And we'll use it again at the end of the practice when we're doing our breathing and sitting. Let's start in all fours today. If you see one of the dogs come in the frame, they're wild street dogs, so I won't pet them because they might have rabies, so I'll just kind of keep my distance. So bring your hands forward and your knees towards the centre. And just see how this feels to be in all fours, you know, like you can crawl a little forwards, backwards, crawl around your room if you have space, and start to just play with where you place your weight, maybe from side to side, maybe slightly backwards, slightly forwards. You know, when we learned how to walk and to move, we really used this crawling movement as a way to get around. So just let yourself crawl, you know. I think it's a really functional movement for a human body to get comfortable with. And once you find a stable position in all fours, let your back slowly rise up and let your belly slowly sink down. Okay. Maybe lead this with your nose, you know. Think about your nose coming all the way under toward your belly button, and then your nose coming all the way forward and up. And we're just moving through our spine, okay? And then let your spine extend out. From here, bring your left knee a little bit more to the middle. Take your right foot back towards the back of your room, the back of your space. Take your left hand forward. Lift both your hand and your foot a little bit higher. Take an inhale, look up, and as you exhale, draw everything underneath. Inhale, we expand, open up, hand forward. Exhale, we come underneath. Try that once or twice more. Reaching through, reaching underneath. Reaching through and underneath. And one last time. And then let your hand come down, let your knee drop down, and wag your tail like one of the dogs, hopefully, that's around. And then let your shoulders drift from side to side too, and let that movement side to side go all the way through your spine, like a fish drifting through water, you know, a very comfortable movement. And then let's try the other side. So center your right knee, take your left foot back, take your right hand forward, reach them both away from each other, and then a little lift, a little bit higher. You feel everything in the back of your body engage. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, your knee to your elbow. Inhale, go long, lifting. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, going long, reaching out. Exhale underneath. Couple more times, reaching through, coming under, reaching through, and then your hand down, your knee down, okay? Walk your hands back towards your knees, let your hips rest on your heels. Give your bum a little massage with your heels. Remember, like yesterday, if you need the blocks, cushions, wherever you need to be comfortable, allow that to be comfortable. Roll through the shoulders, okay? We're going to do a little arm movement here, so open the arms wide. Take an inhale, squeeze them back, and you exhale, bring your elbows and your hands together. Inhale, spreading out, squeezing back, exhale, let them come together. Think about the length up through your spine. You'll notice if your head is slightly forward or even slightly backwards, and try and find length through your spine, through your neck, as you make this movement. Good, one last time. And then let your hands come forward again. We're going to reach our right leg back again, our left hand forward. This time we'll bend our back knee, we'll turn our thumb face down, sweep our hand back, find your back foot, and lift that foot up. Now if this is too tricky, the option is to lie on your left hand side and reach for your right foot with your right hand. Okay, so we're opening it up a little bit higher, letting your knee come down a little bit lower, letting it come higher, and letting it come down. I'm just watching these ants on my mat. Hopefully they're not biting ants. And then shake off. And then let your knee come down. Try that on the other side, taking your left foot back, taking your right hand forward, bend your left knee, turn your thumb face down, sweep your hand back, find your foot. It's a little trickier on that side for me to find my foot. Lift your foot higher, let your knee come down. A little bit higher, lift your chest. Lift your gaze and your eyes. Let it come up and down, okay. Just see how that feels for you, then release. Let's shake off, hand back down, knee back down, walking your hands back, letting your hips rest on your heels, massaging here. We're going to take your right hand back a little bit and sweep your left hand up into the air. Good. Let it go down. Take your left hand back a little bit and sweep your right hand up into the air. And try that movement either side. So your right hand goes down, sweeping your left hand up. So a small back bend really. Left hand down, right hand up. Good. Coming back to the center. Let your hands go forward. Tuck underneath your toes. Send your hips back toward your heels. And drift back into downward facing dog. Remember, try and keep that angle in your arms when you come back to downward dog, and just pedal out either side. Bring your shoulders forward, hold your plank position, draw your belly slightly up, okay? But we're not creating strain in our body in a plank position, we're just holding it here, seeing how things feel. And then let your knees come down. Walk your hands back one last time. Back into kneeling once again, Vajrasana. There's various versions of Vajrasana. And this time, hips up, left foot forward, and try your lunge, okay? And if you're somebody who has an office job, this practice is going to be pretty good for getting things moving, taking your foot out to the side, forward, okay, further forward, okay. And then we can get our arms involved too. So inhale, sweep up your arms. Exhale, go wide and sink your hips. Inhale, come up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot and let your weight drift back and lean over your front leg. See how that feels for you. Whatever time of day this is, the morning, afternoon, evening. Inhale, going up again. Exhale, going wide and sinking your hips, squeezing your arms back like we did. Again, trying to find the position for your head that feels light. Inhale, back again. Exhale, forward again. drifting your weight back. You can drop all the way down if you want to this time, okay? Maybe take your foot in circles when you get here. See how this knee, the opposite knee, is feeling. If you want to reach for that foot, you can reach for it. You can either just lean over it, or you can try and lift it up and balance a little bit here. Let it gently come down, and inhale, we'll go up again. And exhale, shake off, get nice and loose. Roll your shoulders. Okay. Take this left leg back. Okay. Let yourself gently come down. Massage, again, your hips into your heels, and hips go up again. This time your right foot goes forward, lunging towards your right foot, and maybe taking it out to the side. Okay. And you can play with your foot placement. You can play with your foot direction as well. So you can point your foot slightly out and just turn your foot rather than turn the whole of your leg. Okay. You feel the lower leg getting involved there. You can even lean over your leg when you're doing this. So if you want to play with this movement over the coming weeks, you can play with it. Okay. And then inhale up with your arms, squeezing them up. Exhale wide, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Inhale, coming up a little bit back. Exhale, coming wide again. Inhale, come up a little bit back. And exhale, come forward, frame your foot. And you can let your weight drift back here, leaning over that front leg. Inhale, go up again. A little bit back. Exhale, forward, frame your foot. If you want to come all the way back or just stay here, you decide what feels comfortable for you. Remember what I said yesterday? It's not Simon Says, right? This is like you and I working ways to move that feel good for us. You want to circle that foot, you can circle your foot. You want to change directions, you can change directions. You want to reach for your foot, you can reach for your foot. You want to lift that up, you can lift it up. You want to let it come down, okay? And then inhale all the way back up again. And exhale, shake off on the way down. Roll through your shoulders. See how that's feeling. Then let your right leg come back, and again come back to a kneeling position. We'll switch that to a squat position, into Malasana. Remember, if you want to put something underneath your heels, you can place something underneath your heels, and you can sit into this. Okay. We're going to try and squat most days. Okay, it's super helpful for our knees and our hips. And you know, like, if you're ever out for a run or you're somewhere where you don't have access to a regular toilet, this is the best position to be in to go to the bathroom. Okay. Push your palms together. Okay. And go all the way up. And give your arms a shake off, your legs a shake off. Okay. Take your feet a little wider into horse stance. Bring your hands together, sink a little lower. So we did horse stance yesterday, we're doing it again today. And this time just drift it from side to side. Yesterday we just held our horse stance for a while. So we're letting it drift, maybe letting your foot slightly come up and your foot slightly come up, okay? Good. And then bring your hands onto your thighs and move it a little deeper from side to side. So continuing this semi-lunge movement, but our body shape is slightly different. If you want to drop one or both hands inside, one or both hands inside. Okay. Seeing how that feels, even beyond your feet if you want. Drifting from side to side. You can bring your hands to the center, slide your feet a little wider, lift your chest, and then lower your head. Okay. Try and relax your shoulders, relax your body into Prasarita Padottanasana. Remember, I've been in India for a few weeks, so my body is a bit more open, so don't worry if you get nowhere near the ground, okay? Even use something to put underneath your head if you want to, as you let your head drop gently down. Lift your head up again, walk your hands slightly forward, Push into the ground and take a hop to the centre and then push up. Give both arms, both legs a shake off again. Place your hands together. Place your right foot steadily on the floor where you can lift your left foot gently up. And just see how that feels for you to balance here. If you're somebody who likes their foot all the way up inside, you can bring your foot all the way up inside. And this is the first standing single leg balance we've done in the practice for the past 3 days, so we'll just see how tree posture feels. And then we can try it on the other side. So let your left foot come down, bring your right foot up, either here, or your toes can stay in the floor, or here. Okay. Let your hands come together. Try and relax the toes of your standing foot. Try and let your body do what it needs to do. Just holding for one more breath. And when you're ready, you can shake off, get nice and loose, and then we'll come down again. Try and sit down without too much support from your hands. You know, it's not none of this is compulsory, it's all suggestions. If you can get down, remember, take your block or your cushions or your pillows. You can do this part sitting on your bed if you want to, sitting against a wall if you want to. But each day, I think it's really important this year, the fact that the practices are coming from India, that we take some time to sit at the end and either resting on our back, resting in the seated position. And this time, if you want to, you can join with me. You can say it out loud, you can say it internally, but we're going to use the mantra Namaha on the exhale. So remember, Namaha means I'm letting go. So do this with the feeling of letting go. Okay, so the more important than the word itself is the bhava, the feeling behind it of letting go. Okay, so taking a gentle inhale. Namaha. Gentle inhale. Namaha. 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 So again, this time you can do it out loud if you want to, or you can do that internally. Taking an inhale and then inside saying Namaha with the feeling of letting go. Okay, the feeling that you're softening your shoulders, letting go of tension, letting go of anything in your life at the moment that feels restrictive and difficult. Namaha. So again, cultivating that feeling of letting go, of releasing. of surrendering. And you know, the same way you can hear the waves from the ocean come in and go out, it's the same as our life, you know, things come in, but eventually they always change. Even if we're going through a difficult time, that time will change. So if you've got time to rest on your back, to let go, to relax, to release even more, you should do that if you can. I really felt Shavasana so deeply when I was practicing a few times on this trip that it's just a magical thing to do, to move your body, to release your body, and then have time resting on your back, completely surrendered to the support of the earth. Okay, thank you everybody. I'll see you for day 4. I hope that you're feeling well today and that your practice was beneficial. Om Shanti.